Welcome to session 5. In this series, we are going to discuss about story structure. As a prelude, remember, the art of storytelling is the oldest form of education. In this session, firstly, we will discuss about the how-to of finding the story in your data. As you look at real data, we will see the data will have a lot of attributes starting from alignment. Is the data good or bad? What is my goal? What are the questions that I want to ask for this data? It's an exploratory process without any hypothesis. Exploring the data, looking for patterns. Then start adding filter to your data to understand the characteristics in the data. Try sorting the data, eyeballing to get the unique attributes of the data. At this stage, we try to understand by aggregating the data points using pivot table with help to analysis the same. Once we do this, we will find starting to see patterns. This will help to understand or to generate insights, which we will discuss in detail in a case study. Now start to make few random charts to understand the characters at your data. At time, we might feel the data is very identical, and when we visualize, we will understand this is widely different data sets. Most of the time, it will reveal things we have not noticed before. The approach is to ask questions, investigate the data which come to you, and use visualization to help to unravel the answers. This is the phase we try to discover the story behind the data, and stories will reveal themselves. Approach the data with patience. Keep an open mind. Explore the data honestly and dispassionately. When you analyze the data, think in terms of the story with the following questions in mind. What questions are we asking? What answers you are finding? The findings will be able to be assembled in a logical flow with a focused storyline. Think of the flow when we do the analysis. As you unravel few data which doesn't fit the flow, bookmark it. Take note of it. Put it aside if it does not fit the flow. And now keep your focus. Secondly, outlining the story, come up with a story structure that will communicate the data best way possible. Figure out what comes first. What is that piece? Now it's time to make a storyboard. Use a dashboard, sticky notes. Within the dashboard, then plan how long the story is. What are the key topics? Do they flow logically? This is the linear part of storytelling. As we discover the trends and patterns in data, we are finding out their biases and behaviors, and when we find the answers, this may be transformation that affects the responses of the characters, which are the data points in the story. Make the data to have a linear flow. Use emotions, humors, surprises, and tactics. Now, use your words. This is putting meat on the bones. Use your words. Now that you have a bucket of contents with summaries, but what does they really mean? What is it if you tell the story in words? Speaking the story out loud will confirm it's logical, that you are making the case in coherent, effective way. Prove that it flows, that we are building an argument in a way it connects. Figure out what is going or what it goes inside the slide. Depending on whether it's an elevator pitch, is it for conference, is it a department meeting, or is it a training content? This will help to have the components of the story, which are logical, linear flow, figuring out next level of details. This will help to use the right data point to do the analysis. Is it counts, ratios? Narrow it down to a few that are worth testing with real data, because this isn't real stuff as you can see. We are just scribbling on our phone. You'll be able to tell if your data will fit in the format you are attempting once you have tested with the real data. Thirdly, it's time for sketching ideas. This we discussed in session 3 in detail. Sketching ideas, this step is to get into details before creating the visualization of design, actual presentation, or even the report. The purpose of sketching the data is vetting and testing ideas. Confirm that your data structure and data points communicate your story. And thirdly, fail, adjust and fail again until something works. Organize the story structure and test ideas every step of the way, and finally till you're confident to communicate the data. It's about trial and error. Advice to use your hands, write on paper. What are you sketching? The actual content you have described in the story outline. Figuring out the details. What chart you're going to use, what kind of text in the page, what type of labels to draw attention to your key ideas, how color will be used to emphasize core concepts. Now it's time for us to get deeper and understand about the story mechanism. Please share your feedback, how this session are helping you, and where we could add more content to make you a powerful storyteller. And see you in the next session.